Hey guys, it's Tartan coming at you with another game of hardcore Minecraft, and we are picking up where we left off, as always. And I don't know why I say that. Habit. Why does anyone have any sort of habit? We're just going to lay down for the night. Bella will lay her head down upon our shoulder. We will have her sit down. She gives us a feather. We will keep this with eggs and trophies of Bella and such. So, plans for the day. Do more things. The house has a moat of sorts. We've got an exterior wall. You know, it could be a little taller, but hopefully that will work. We could even make another wall there. You know, we've got our lightning rod set up. Things here are pretty good. So, what we need to do is probably just get a cherry tree or two to put around the sides of it, at least somewhere. But maybe, I don't know. You know, we'll work on that. We'll work on that concept. Well, I'll run down the hill, even though we could have taken a minecart, because I don't know where the minecart is. A zombie is growling, which is, you know, that's their prerogative. They can do what they want to do. I certainly have opinions about their growling, but they aren't important. So little by little, finally our auto smelter chest will clean up a little bit. So what we want to do is I think we'll just hop on to the old Nether highway train again. I haven't been in the Nether in a bit, and that'll give us an opportunity to get a bunch of gold and to travel a little further, because there is the achievement to travel several thousand blocks. I think 7, it might be 8. That's way more stairs than we're going to need. Just so many more stairs. This is the sort of careless behavior you can rely on me for. We're going to put some of them in there, because, I mean, like, man, it's so many more stairs than we'll need. Unimportant. And we're going to see if I can just, like, plant some wheat in the Nether. I don't know if it works or not. So I'm going to bring some dirt in. And I've got my hoe here, so we'll just run on down to the Nether portal and see if you can grow crops in the Nether or not. I just really don't know. I've never tried. I've never asked anyone, so they haven't told me. Can we grow normal trees in the Nether? Let's take some normal trees and see what goes on. I know definitively that you cannot sleep in there. Not that you need to. There's no sun, so the day is just a concept. Much like the day on our planet is just a concept, in the Nether, it is the same. You know, it may be reasonable to build another portal on our house, which looks like pleasantly ominous from far away. It is absolutely a villainous thing. If you came upon this scene from far away, like you came out of the Nether portal randomly and you looked up there, you'd be like, oh, that's where the bad guy lives. That's where he lives, and these are all the people that he exploits. And, you know, you're not wrong, but it's not the whole story. It doesn't matter. We're just going to run on down, and probably, yeah, we'll probably build another portal underground-ish over by our house, just to make it easier for us to pop in and out. It'll be quite close to this Nether portal when inside the Nether due to the discrepancy. Ah, a trident. I thought I saw an exciting opportunity for wealth and riches. Alas, merely rotten flesh. If I have 2 tridents, but if I have a third one, then I can fish for a Riptide enchantment. And then I'll have a Loyalty Trident and a Riptide Trident. You know, as foretold. we're just going to swim over to this dolphin real quick, pull up the speed boost, and that'll get us much of the way to the portal, except we weren't pointed toward it, so it won't. Hey, Buck Bear. I'm doing alright. Just sat around all morning eating chocolate chip cookies, drinking coffee, and watching some sumo and some Total War Warhammer 3, so I figured I'd play a little bit of this before I went back into to that mode. I don't think I have to explain to anybody here how fun it is to sit around and watch videos on the internet, but it's always a good time. So now it's time to learn. So first things first, dirt. I know water doesn't exist down here, or rather I don't think that it can. We're just gonna put a bunch of dirt around and then let's see, can I? It will allow me to plant it. I think there's just not enough light right there. Maybe. Yeah, I think there's because yeah, the wheat will need a certain amount of light. We can see here, yeah, the client light. You get 0 from the sky and 8 on the block. So when there's stuff above it, there's like a passive amount of light that the blocks will have, or rather, no, not passive at all from this. Sorry to hear you're having a tough time. Yep, hanging in there. It's all you can do sometimes, but, put one foot in front of the other. Alright, can I plant trees on netherrack? No. I could plant them right next to lava, however, I seem to recall that lava has a property. I don't know how to describe it precisely, only that it, it makes things become more like lava than they previously were. I don't know if you've ever noticed this about lava, but it does that occasionally. So we're just going to plant some random trees and see about unnetherizing the nether, if indeed it is possible. I guess you could bone meal it to hurry it along, but it'll be more fun to pretend that I didn't just think about that and, create a little bit more space for dirt-related shenanigans. I need torches. Let's just pop out here and see if I left any coal in here. I don't think I did. Ah, yes, I did. Magnificent. Now do I have wood? I'll have to go into the ender chest. Alas. I don't have one with me, do I? Alright, see, this is the sort of thinking that you're supposed to do, and I clearly have not done. Can I make one with what I have on me? Cannot. Alright, so, I'm gonna run over here, boatless, and grab an ender chest. And then, then we'll go to our evil lair on the hilltop and build another portal up there. In the inside, we don't want it to be too ominous. The fact that the house appears to be evil would only be accentuated by a portal to the veritable hell of the realm. So we're going to hide it underneath the house, because what better for a totally not evil villain house than to have the portal to hell slightly hidden from view. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. I'm confident that I have some amount of obsidian somewhere. I'm not so confident that I would give you a number. It's less than 100, but I think it's in the ender chest, wherever that is. There are several of them around. I think I said I was going to move one, and then I did, and then I didn't move one into my inventory. It's hard to say. A thief. An enemy has done this. You have whooped your last, sir. Get over here so that I may strike you. I have wheat seeds in my offhand. It's gonna be fine. We'll just juggle them there. His screeching will fill the night, but he's toast. He has whooped his last. We'll put a pearl into a bundle, although it is largely irrelevant. We have an ender chest there and there, so we will take this one. Here's our silk touch pick, which we have named it, so that it can be known. Now that we're down here, we will grab some random wood from somewhere. No, we will grab some coal, though. Is there random wood anywhere? There absolutely has to be. On the inside of the ender chest, if nowhere else. But there's like planks or something, like jungle ones in here. Unless there isn't. Oh yeah, I moved them up. And now we'll have some more torches, so we will be able to experiment slightly with our farming in the nether. That reminds me, a boat would be called for so many reasons. And that means... I think actually you just needed 5, yeah. Clearly I can't be trusted to remember basic information about crafting in the game. Apparently once upon a time you had to draw the shapes for everything. I would not have made it. No, I would have had to learn. But rather than do the thing I said I was going to do and build another portal up by the house, I'm going to forget I said that, walk the opposite direction, and walk into the nether portal this way. But that'll be good. We'll be able to use our torches and plant some more crops and see if we can grow some nether wheat. Oh, if an enderman walks up and takes it, that would make me quite annoyed. But it'll all be fine. You know, you shouldn't think of the indignities that endermen might commit against your plans. And I was thinking, you know, maybe I've been judging the nether too harshly. Because there's something about the nether that I'm only really appreciating now that it's popped into my head. There aren't creepers there. And that is a great comfort. Because, you know, creepers are... I don't want to get into it, but they're friends to no one. Can you plant oak trees on flat netherrack? No. Sometimes I just look around at the nether and think, am I going to see something weird? You know, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Usually not when when you're somewhere you've been before, but I don't think any of these trees really have room to grow, but we'll see. Oh, we're about to have to fight to the death. That was invigorating. The thing about Hoglins is that I'm being attacked. Am I even on the highway? Why are there not stairs? I must be going the wrong way. I mean, it's all part of a highway, but yes, I was indeed going the wrong way. It's like, I specifically remember having created stairs at a point not in the distant past. And moreover, it's probably true. I am being attacked. This attempt on my life has left me scarred and deformed. And this person was a lookout. They're just as blameworthy as anybody else, and that's why they give experience. And here we have a nice chest to put random trash into. It's good to have these. Like right now, I'm about to be attacked probably, right? But I don't have to worry about that. Oh no, they're just, they're growling and grunting on their own time. You know, that's good. I don't want to stop them from doing that. I want to stop them from annoying me. Oh, I'm being chased. Oh no, what will I do? Okay, that's better now. I should have, if wheat does grow in the nether, I should just have wheat growing alongside the whole nether highway. And in fact, that is 1,000,000% what I will eventually do. If I live forever, that's what's going to happen. Even in the nether, I still wheat. That will be like my my crest. If I ever get a flag made. We'll just make this even creepier. A little bit, no, not there. Yeah, a little scary face. It'll be like, ah, don't go here. Except that's the opposite. You do definitely want to go here. This is the way the nether highway goes. So I wanted to make it 2 wide, I think. That was the thing I was thinking earlier. Yeah, because 1 wide feels inadequate. I think we were just trying to move forward there for a bit. So this might actually not line up, and then we'll go to 3 wide, perhaps. I really should have checked which direction it was going to go in. But I mean, it can shift. It's just, you know. Regularity is nice when it comes to a roadway. And yet I have done this here, which doesn't seem to indicate that I understand that concept at all. Alright, much better. I mean, moderately better. That doesn't need to be there. It needs to be there. That is no longer centered. I will immediately get over it. It doesn't matter. Only the things that I'm currently working on matter, and none of the other stuff matters. Like the fact that it's about to, hey, never mind, it is going to open up into this other way. And we're doing the right thing. Not that I had much of a relevant doubt. The good thing about opening up into lava is when the netherrack falls in there, it disappears forever, and then you don't have to do anything about its existence, which is good. I don't know if you know this about netherrack, but it's very boring. You sort of get over seeing it as soon as you realize you can mine it everywhere. I think, yes, we've made a mistake here. We will just do one more stair step and then have a flat route there. Much better. Of course, this is already like highway that's theoretically completed, but now it won't be as claustrophobic running down it, which is very important. But it doesn't have to be a straight shot, and it's not going to be. We're just going to take out this wall too, unless we hit any weird lava, which is very possible. It is the nether after all. But it just feels better to run down a 2x2 hallway than it does a 1x2 hallway. Alright, and now we reach this part, which I don't really remember very well. Surprise. But I'm sure it'll all come together right here. Yes, an awkward arch indicating that this is the way to go. Why wouldn't I have done that? No reason why not. Why not an arch that was like relatively planned looking? Hard to say. It was a long time ago. It may have been last week. It might as well have been ancient history. But, you know, now armed with considerably better arch placement, complete with 2 torches, it'll be very clear that this is the way to continue on with the Nether Highway. And, you know, just a little bit more above the head will actually be better too, so we're going to go ahead and crack that open real quick. Because honestly, one little bit of space above your head so that you can jump around excitedly, all the difference in the world. I think we can just, yeah, we'll just flow back and forth here and probably not open up any lava onto our heads. Probably. Good stuff. Alright, so we will now need to find a random chest. No, we will make a random chest. We will pull out the ender chest. The thing that specifically exists for circumstances like this. And then we will clumsily do a lot of other things that don't exist specifically for moments like this. And a chest along the highway with random stuff in it is totally fine. In fact, it's good. That's just like, that's good highway maintenance there. The ender chest, you know, that has to come with me. We've already left this behind once today, maybe 2 times. Oh my goodness, please pick it up. I just didn't want to mess up the floor, but I ended up making a bit of a hassle for myself. Alright, so now I need more torches. Did I put them into the ender chest? That, you know, probably. Why wouldn't I have? We're just going to run down here for a bit. Since I just put all the junk in the ender chest, why not pick up more things? And then maybe I'll need to pick up another ender chest, you know. I think I have a whole bunch of blaze rods left. So I don't think I need to go and get any more in the event that I want to make a couple more ender chests. But I think we're fine on that. Alright, so this is... Now we're getting to the nondescript, non-functional part of the highway, where it's largely theoretical, but yeah, we're at, because up that way-ish is another nether portal. We could go up there to remove this, but I think the play would be to just, you know, go around a little bit. Oh, not that way, though. Obviously not that way. Alright, I didn't mean to go inside of the lava flow. I recognize if you watched me walk directly into it, that may not have come across. But that was not actually the plan, it merely became the reality. But we're just going to case the lava real quick here. It'll be a beautiful lava fall. Anyone that comes upon the Nether Highway will be able to witness it safely encased. You know, if I had some glass, that would be even better. But I don't have glass. I didn't bring any. All I have is this cobblestone. And I recognize that it wasn't going to spill out over the sides there, but this will give it a mysterious look as though the cobblestone was related to the lava fall. We're just going to brick up the floor a little bit here. that's clearly not the way of things. We will... There we are. We don't want to frame shift too much of the highway, but, you know, we can go just like a couple of blocks off. It's going to be quite alright. I don't anticipate the Nether Highway ever being, like, a highly perfected thing. Not least because you travel... Oh, hey, there's the Nether portal. As I say, it's not perfect. It leads me directly to where I want to be. And in his haste to try to fight me, you know, he's gonna pay the ultimate price. He's gonna be slain in the sun. Hey, I found my ender chest, guys. Here we are at the end of the canal, where I have left my ender chest. Hey look, a zombie piglin has elected to come and visit the world. Very nice. You know, welcome one, welcome all. So I think we'll just travel a bit further on the Nether Highway. Not least because I was having, you know, a fine time in there, and you know, no sense in changing the environment when I was having so much fun. But real quick, we can get a crafting table, put a proper chest here. Chests in the daylight side of nether portals, very traditional. And actually, we'll put it underwater. A friend at work told me that will stop explosions from blowing them up. So I could also, like, physically put, I guess with the water bucket, you can throw it into it. Here, I'll mime it. That way, if you don't understand the words throwing into it, that'll work. So this is actually the smart way to do chests. You should always build your chest underwater. That way, if a creeper comes around and you don't notice it, which is always, make an average amount of torches. Why am I carrying polished diorite in a bundle? I mean, obviously because I forgot it was in there. Unimportant. We actually might need the diamond hoe in our inventory because we're going to be doing some clearing. You know, actually, we're going to need all this in the inventory. What a predicament. Alright, time to go back in. Grunting abounds. Ah, more grunting abounds. And now that's taken care of. No more worries. Alright, I need to just get with it, yes. Clearing the land. The various trees, you know, that'll be a good thing to get rid of, and it'll give us an opportunity to maybe get some more of those glow mushrooms that sometimes populate in the middle of trees. Like right here. There we go. They're just like a nice little light source in the middle of stuff. Now, things in the nether still spawn in a certain amount of light, but I don't know if after you get it up to like a proper amount of light, if they still do. which, you know, I should figure out. So we're just gonna run down and try to put all of these at, you know, head height this side of the highway to mimic the construction of the canal. There we go. Yeah, I don't have to have the angle quite where I did. Go. We just need another layer of headspace here. All right, excellent. Excellent indeed. You want plenty of room over your head to see, unless it's lava, and then you don't want that much room over your head when you're going up and down the stairs. And we're just going to put this random thing in there and all these other random things in there. The shroom lights we will put into a bundle to forget about moderately, as is tradition. Eat some breads, grab the stairs, and yeah, now it's time to get back to the Nether Highway, which is what this whole thing's about. I mean, really, it's also about the canal, but we're in Nether Highway mode right now. You know, doing it on that side totally invalidates the typical way of doing it on the right side of it, but what are you going to do? I'm going to ignore the inconsistency and press forward, because really, the Nether Highway going forward is what matters. We're going to go up to the top here just to see if there's anything interesting. If there isn't, then we're just going to burrow through. Because the Nether Highway is, you know, like, it's a highway. It doesn't have to go up and around everything. But this is a bit further in the Nether than we've gone, so we certainly should want to, you know, hop up, look around. If there's a fortress or a bastion or some other thing in the Nether that exists, if other things exist, I don't know. No one's ever really talked about them, though, so I think probably not. But there's the other biomes, which I do need to go to all of the biomes for the Nether advancement. I think I've only been to, like, 2 of them. Yeah, 2 out of the 5. So there's the Basalt Delta I need to go into, and then, the Soul Sandy thing, and then I don't know the 5th one. Maybe I need to go, like, on the inside. Maybe the biome of the Lake of Lava is a biome. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But in conclusion, I think we're just going to go straight through the wall here. And that'll be a big cobblestone thing that says, you know, hey, don't do that. Do this instead. No, I don't actually love this idea now that I'm doing it, because really, if I can take advantage of the natural formations of the world and not burrow through... I mean, this is a highway, not a canal. I can just make stairs. I can turn around any moment. You know, we're already this far. Because this is quite a bit faster than building stairs, isn't it? I mean, yeah, it definitely is. I need to get some more of these quartz deposits for my poor pickaxe's sake, but that'll be like a time to turn around and go home. You always know when it's time to go home when all of your stuff's about to break from all of the effort you've put in. All right, here we go. Now this is the moment of truth, right? Do we turn or do we keep on going straight? Because the canal is not going to turn. The real world canal will never turn. But if we, if a ghast cries, you know, will we hear it? Alright, so if we get up there, we can just travel around on the top. That's what it's looking like to me right now, so we're just going to test that. Perhaps this internal space of the highway was a terrible idea. We will figure it out. Just hacking this place up entirely. Oh yeah, there's a rich and flourishing ecosystem above us here. We're just gonna go a little further up this way and peek out. We're gonna need to fight a lot of these hoglin. I know that there's oh wow, this is a lot of them. This is actually potentially quite dangerous. We need to be careful. I say as I run into them. What I mean is be careful about falling off of the side of the map. I think you get enough invulnerability frames where you don't have to worry about too much damage when there's that many on there. Hello, Byron. You say you love your videos and been following my Minecraft series from the start. Well, awesome. Glad to have you talking here. Like your name a lot, by the way. He's a great poet, Lord Byron. Why am I being attacked? I was minding my own business. There we go. There are so many foes up here. Fortunately, I am very strong and brave, but that doesn't mean that I'm happy about it. Like, why can't we all just stop for a moment and let me pick up all of my loot? There's a lot of pork chops and leather. I don't want to leave all that on the ground. Delicious pork chops. Alright. In conclusion, I should have went with the initial plan and built up. In other conclusion, is there like a whole rich world of stuff above me? Because that looks like a ceiling of this stuff. Okay, yeah, this is this stuff. And I don't want to go in there. That's the place that's hard to walk in. I have a book for the speed level 2. All right, we got our tourist level there, so that's good enough. No, I should at least look around. The one that looks like that is the one that slows you down, and the one that looks more wavy, you can run freely on. Of course, any highway would want to take advantage of that and not have it happen. I guess the air in the nether isn't always red. If you're here, then it's greenish. That is nice. You know, I spoke too quickly negatively about the nether. It's only red and annoying and shadowy when you're not in the annoying slowdown spot. It's actually quite pretty from this angle. Alright. Importantly, not seeing structures, and so we're going to get back to our highway. Can I make a video about me getting netherite armor trim? I got some trim from I got a pattern for it, rather, from a bastion. I was streaming when I did that, but I do not have enough scraps to actually do my first one yet. I only have 2 of the scraps I need. Alright, so I just need to run back some, probably like 100. Hey, these wood blocks being placed inexplicably down show that I have definitely been here before. Here we go. Oh, there we almost go. Okay, so clearly this was like attempting to be some sort of nether highway. Equally clearly, I am lost. But I'm not terribly lost, only a little bit lost. I think I just need to go this way, like 50. And then we'll connect. Parkour! Yeah, there we go. Not even 50. So yeah, we just need to get up to the next level here, and that won't be too tough. I do, however, need to eat some breads. Definitely need to eat breads. I do not have netherite armor, but I have the netherite pattern. It's in a chest at home. I don't have enough scraps for the ingots. And I forgot that was wood, that you could just get wood in the nether. I don't know why I forget that that is what the trees are made of. Pretty ridiculous. But equally ridiculous is the fact that I'm carrying a shield, even though I'm never going to use it again. I could, though. I really could. So we're going to hold on to it all the same. Now I need to, we need to climb here, so we're going to, first block this in, because, you know, that's not going to happen. That's not, it's not part of the plan anymore. Oh my goodness. Truly misery. Alright, and now we're just gonna, you know, slowly build right up here. And it'll be, you know, a little agonizing. A little slow. It'll be fine. Oh, there's a block there. I was wondering why I couldn't do anything, and I was making entirely wrong analysis about the whole problem. I am being attacked? This is outrageous. Someone will have to answer for this. Okay, it's taken care of. I bet he's sorry now. Oh, well, you know, that step of it could have been better, but I thought we were on a roll. Oh my goodness. Please stop putting them upside down, self. Alright, excellent. I mean, not the hog attacking me. The other stuff was excellent. I think it accidentally knocked me up into a safe position. We're gonna silk touch some gold up. We'll take that home one day. And now we'll go straight, because we can avoid the lava lake for a bit. Or rather, the space that's blank above it. We'll run into it again in a bit, but I think we'll be able to travel across. Ooh! We found the thing! Yes! Ancient debris. Alright, one more. We just need one more, and we can get our first piece of netherite. Hey, what's it? How am I enjoying the game besides the end? Ah, you saw that. Yeah, sometimes I get a little, out of sorts. Yeah, I'm, loving it. It's a great game. I am happy to be playing it. I need more inventory space. I always do. I need to carry less junk with me. So instead, I'll just continue putting chests down with random nether stuff into them. Because, yeah, this is, it's just too much stuff in my inventory, right? But we're chipping down on the stacks of it soon enough. A smithing template for, yeah, I got the netherite template. I've been to one bastion in this world, and it was in a chest, so I picked it up. But then you can make more of them from the one template I saw, so I've got like 6 of them waiting. I just need the netherite scraps, and I have 2 scraps, and then this debris will let me get a 3rd scrap. So we are 3/4 of the way to getting 1 piece of netherite, and I think I'm gonna do the netherite sword. I think that'll be the move. I haven't decided fully, but I believe that's what we'll go with. And that will be my first piece of netherite gear that I've ever gotten, which is probably no surprise if you're a long-time viewer. Hi, Yazid. But yeah, the Bastion, it was weird. I've never been to many of them. This is the first one I've been to with like monsters turned on. I've only been to like one other one in Peaceful back in Bedrock back in the day. But it had like a broken like bridge looking structure type of thing, and like all of these like lava things falling down a bit. But yeah, there was a smithing template in one of the chests, and but no pig step, sadly. I have never heard pig step, but I have heard of its legend. And I'm not gonna look it up, somewhere else. I have to find it myself. It's an important part of the journey. But very cool that we just happened upon that ancient debris while building the highway. It just goes to show the importance of infrastructure. And hey, there we go. We can see all around now. I wonder if you look up if you just like randomly see some ancient debris sometimes. I guess on a long enough timeline you may. I don't know if it's ever exposed though. There are many things I do not know. And most of the things I do know are incredibly boring and people don't care. But that's why you're here. For me to list them. The pickaxe? Yeah, that doesn't seem like a big enough influence though. The sword has 1 more damage. And damage is damage. Going from 7 to 8. So, like, that could be really big. 2 swings with an 8 is 16. 2 swings with a 7 is 14. I don't know how much sharpness adds, but it just seems like doing it on the sword would be the most influential. But I do not know, for I've never done it. I know you get an advancement for using it on the hoe, but that would be a little funny even for me. I wouldn't want to do that with my first one, even though the game will reward me with a little shiny pop-up. Speaking of rewards, we will kill this piglin. A big cluster of wood here. We're just going to clear it out for visibility. And we have to fight? Yes, we have to fight. I'm on fire? One of their swords must have been a fiery sword. Well, you know, good for them. I'm sure they were the envy of everyone while they were still around. But, you know, now this is happening, so you get what you get. Alright. A nice, safe barrier, unlikely to fall down there. We can continue on with the building of the canal. Or rather, the nether highway that goes alongside the canal. This may actually be further than the canal wants to go, but it's not farther than the nether highway wants to go. Oh, please. Why is this the way my life is? Why can I not put stairs in the proper orientation up and down? Oh, woe is me. Oh, man. You know, madness is caused by trying to place stairs in Minecraft, and by no other things. Okay, well that is where we'll want to turn a little bit on the highway. That's why you always gotta look down, you know. That reminds me, I totally have a fire protection potion in my adventure shulker box that's literally there for just this sort of situation. Who cares? We'll leave it. Because really, the nether highway, yeah, the nether highway can go wherever, right? It doesn't need to track directly with the canal, because I can just build a portal on the canal and then meet the nether highway, put a little arrow, and then we'll know that it's a spur. Alright, this is all terrible. Regularity is all we need. Unfortunately, because my pickaxe is so good, it makes it difficult. Oh my goodness. Absolutely the worst person to ever play Minecraft. Alright, we're just gonna run this way for a bit because they all sounded like real excited. And now we're gonna get into the tunnel and safely dispatch our foes. Is one behind me? One's behind me. You know, I didn't anticipate reinforcements from the other side. Pretty careless of me. Should have known that they would try a pincer maneuver, but I think they're mostly dealt with now. Yes, indeed. Ah, right here. Well, that's careless. We definitely need to wall that up. We don't want this hole in the highway making it unsafe for us to fight our adversaries anymore. It's one thing if you can see them all the way down, but they're coming in from the side, you know, obviously needed to be dealt with. Do I have a chest over here? Yes. Yes, I do. What episode do I find a bastion? I'm not 100% sure. Well, I will talk to myself real quick. And thank you for asking. What a good question. Let me just look up the names of them and see if I can remember by looking at it. Um, uh, so, hmm, I just don't know. Sorry, man, I don't remember. I it, uh, if you leave a comment, I will look whenever I'm not live. But I really got to get back to playing. Sorry, it would take me too long to figure out. You would be able to find it just as fast as I would, but I unfortunately am live on the internet right now, and I've got to keep on going. Sorry, man. It does exist though. It wasn't like a super long time ago. I'm pretty sure it was after I killed the end dragon. And we have a massive lava sea that we're going to want to go around. Yes, that we will definitely want to go around. So we will just start placing a lot of blocks in haphazard places as we try to move around the perilous lava sea. Hey! And we find a clear mark of a previous place. So this actually is probably going to lead us to the bastion. I'm just going to run down here, obviating everything we've done. Why am I the way I am? This is clearly like sort of part of a highway. Only I don't remember where it leads, and it can't be part of our highway, can it? Why are we so far in here and we didn't do anything? Anyway. This very clearly was made by me, and I also very clearly don't remember what happened 4 seconds in the past. Because this was not part of the point, and now I'm no longer building a highway, I'm just traveling here. Where does it lead? I have to know. Ah, the bastion! Alright, there we go. We found it. So anyway, here it is. And we built this little bridge across the water. We saw it from like forever far away. I don't even remember all of the exact context of how. And then, or like what we were doing whenever we led to it. I don't remember any of that. Like, was I by the mooshes? I don't recall. But anyway, we're just going to have to retrace our steps because now I got distracted. And rather than building the nether highway, this isn't the nether highway at all. That is a lot of piglins that all spawned right there. I think a bow is probably called for such an occasion. I mean, hitting them would be better. They have, like, relatively low hit points. Well, relatively. A power 5 bow with full drawback will take them out. But if you miss them, then it won't. Yeah, there's still some running around in there, but we took care of most of what was going on. It was, at least I think I did. There might be a whole lot in there that I didn't go to. So this is, yeah, this is significantly deviated from the path of the original Nether Highway. And now I know I don't want to do this anymore, so we're gonna find our way out and leave. Me straying from the path has totally removed my desire to do this any longer, so we're gonna do something else. That is often how my life works. If I ever do anything other than what I'm doing, I just won't do that thing ever again. I'm like, okay, that was fine. We had a good run of doing whatever it was that I said I was going to do all day, but since I stopped it for 10 seconds, it's all over. But I think the Nether Highway was about to get to a place where it was going to be really annoying to build it anyway, so... Wow, what am I doing? Trying to die? A little bit. Gotta go up here. Oh, a lot of them. Alright, so if I can just find where I went. Ow. Where'd you get that hat? Ah, grave robbing. Seen it 1,000 times. These piglin ain't loyal. Scarcely are their friends cold in the ground. Alright, how do I get out of here? I am right now believing that I will never ever find the highway again. Oh, why did I do this? It's fine. It's fine. The highway exists. We can't actually be lost. We're just slightly turned around. Sure, in no time, we'll find our way out of here. That's what I get for walking off of a path. Like, the pathway I jumped on was specifically to not get lost off of it, not to, like, go back that way ever again. Ugh, what a bad choice. And series of choices. Like, I saw this, right? And then, yeah, it all stemmed from there. I said, oh, that's a familiar thing. But you know what's really familiar? This. Everything over there is bad. This is the real highway. Anyway, now that that's all taken care of, let's get out of here. And go do something fun. Like build a canal in the overworld. got my water buckets in the shulker box, I know, but this is just as simple. We don't really need any of that stuff in the inventory because we're about to get so much stuff in the inventory by cracking through all of these things. Oh, that's right, the floor fell out. Let's get some of that stuff in the inventory after all. Not like that. Misery. Alright, here we go. Alright, much better. And we'll just trim the side here a little bit, you know, just to make it a little prettier. Get things out of the way a little bit. Alright, there we go. And now we're going to continue on the clear cutting the best way we know how. Straight ahead. Transposed by one. Transposed by one. Alright, straight ahead. You know, the nether was getting boring. Green is so much of a nicer color for everything to be based around. I'm sure the trees agree. That one was pretty tall indeed. It's a good way to get all of the bamboo you could desire. You just go underneath it, you know, it's much simpler than hitting it one time with a sword. Having a really excellent shovel makes this quite nice. Otherwise, it's quite annoying to spend any time at all digging through dirt, but this makes it better. Alright, I have dropped a level, and that's quite bad. Very, very important to stay at sea level for a canal. Unless you deem it important, you know, for the story of your canal that you have a lock and dam system, but I don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to do that. I need torches. There's a lot of, you know, the canal has problems. But what it doesn't have is irregular water flow that's going to be persistent. You know, that's the problem that we would not abide. All the other ones, inadequate lighting, inadequate signage, and that's all stuff that we could put up with for a little bit, but... Alright, good deal. Now all of that's taken care of. No matter what happens, we won't have to deal with the water flow in this section of the canal ever again. And that better be true. Oh, if some creeper ever makes that not true, I'll have to give them a piece of my mind and or sword, whichever is closer. We're just going to pop over here because the ender chest is over here, and I think I have a bed inside of it. And we'll just lay down a little bit for the night. And the bed is floating still, the bed is floating still. Naturally. Alright, now we got plenty of torches again, so it's time to run this way. And I think I can place them relatively effectively, even though they won't be at the proper height. Nope, I was going too quick. Yeah, it can't be full speed and place it, I guess. A melon floating in midair, a good omen. Alright, the boat being here is just screwing me up. I don't know why I thought the boat being there would be fun. It wasn't fun. Alright, can I see anything I recognize from over here? I think not. I think I thought I was going to see something that I recognized, and instead it was just, yeah, nondescript landmass and villages I may or may not have ever visited before. Yep. And none of those things are pandas. But I think I'm not, like, terribly far off from where the mooshes are. I think. But it'll be nice to eventually bring them home after the tremendous amount of time they've been waiting. You know, maybe a covered canal would be better, but it's nice to see the sun all the same. I need to do archaeology. I need to find Doug again. Miss Doug. There's a lot of stuff that I wanted to do today. This guy at work, he said a fascinating thing to me, and it really got the wheels in my head spinning. So I was talking about how I hated managing inventory and sorting things and stuff, and how there should be an auto sorter in the game. And he said, well, there is kind of, and I looked at him quizzically, and he explained that there is some system that you could do to, like, throw everything in a chest and then bounce around other places, and it involved, you know, redstone and rails and stuff, and so I think we're gonna start trying to figure out maybe what a little bit of that all means. Because I know detector rails exist, and I know you can get hoppers and chests and carts, and so I just got to figure out, you know, what can go on. We'll build a little loop with various rails and chests and stuff, and we'll see what we can get figured out. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I often wonder if I should even be playing hardcore, but I like it. And I don't die all the time. But, like, would I feel more satisfaction if I was building stuff that was never going to break? I don't know. Maybe. But I never built an extensive thousands of blocks canal or nether highway in my survival world. I just didn't care to. But I barely play in that world besides to plant wheat anyway. And I haven't even planted wheat in many days. Many days. And that's like my whole thing. Or it used to be. Now I'm the canal builder. No, it's always been my real identity. Underneath all the wheat, I was made of canal. Too much junk in the inventory again. You know, it happens just so suddenly. But I'm beginning to get a little bored with the canal too, which is fine. You know, we've done just a little bit. But the canal and the highway are both very samey. But I don't know where the mooshes are exactly. I could find out, but I would have to, like, look into old videos. But what we're going to do is just head on home. Yeah, we'll just head on home. We won't make another portal here, because, I mean, it's quite close to the other portal. In overworld travel terms, I mean, it's probably just like a couple hundred, so we'll just zoom on down here. It's actually pretty cool how the canal like parts the way between the bamboo. I need to get better corners for the portal. Crying obsidian is better, you know, aesthetically by a dramatic margin, but no, might as well carry the bed. I've thrown my boat away. There we go. Yep, and we're just gonna run home real quick. Won't be tough at all. The ghast cries, but we'll just ignore him. It's easy to ignore a ghast. Watch me. You just do it like this. It'll chirp at you, but if you know that it can't see you, you know, you won't get too alarmed. And before long, you'll be running back home and hanging out with all your pals. These zombies are trying to walk here again. We're gonna just gently convince them not to stand up here anymore. There we go. Now that we're cleared out a little bit, we'll keep on walking. They didn't have a ticket. You know, they shouldn't be going on a private road. I don't feel like I need to explain myself. Those zombies know what they did wrong, and now they can think about it as they walk anywhere but on my highway. That ghast is just chirping everywhere, but I do not know where they are. Runs up from behind me and waylays me and then runs away. I hate them so much. And then you just have to let them live because it's so annoying to run them down. What a pest. At least when they're older, they don't try to run away. We'll just lay down here in the shadow of the portal. And that'll be good. Because you don't want to have to deal with phantoms. At least if you're me, you don't. Maybe some people really like dealing with them. Maybe some people get up and they think, oh, I hope I have a Minecraft nightmare so I can shoot at those annoying screeching things in the sky. But that's not what I'm going for. And we'll get to return home to our totally not evil house on the side of the cliff, or the top of the cliff, with a totally not evil railroad going to it. You know, it's that there aren't any trees up there. I think that's what it is. I mean, it's a meadow, sure, but you can't tell that. All you can tell is that it looks like an evil bowling ball. Like in the great Christmas movie, Babes in Toyland, starring Keanu Reeves. which I know I've talked about on here before, because it's awesome. We're just going to get more cows. Actually, I need to put the pickaxe here because we need to mend up our tools. You know, you don't want to let them get too low. And you may not get like an absolute ton of experience from cow breeding, but you know, you do a few hundred of it and it adds up. And of course, if it comes down to it, you could also do cow slashing, which has its own reward system too. And after all of this, the pickaxe will be nearly mended up. No, my animal fields are embarrassingly small compared to my normal density. A real field would need to be 5 or 6 times this large. We would need 1,000 pigs within it. But I'm being reasonable this time. This is what I would call a small and decent amount of pigs. No one's gonna like think that's a lot of pigs or anything. But speaking of, it is time for carrot planting. For while there is a ton of wheat in the world and you don't actually need to farm it, shudder to think. The carrots, it's slightly harder to get carrots. You know, you can't just walk up to a village and take all of their carrots and get a lot of carrots like you can with wheat. Unless you can, and I don't know. They always seem to be a relatively limited amount of carrots. Haven't farmed melons in ages. It's sad, you know. It's sad how you stop caring about the little things whenever you get rich. I assume. I've never gotten rich, and I don't anticipate it. If I do, I hope that I will keep on farming melons. Alright, we need to put some stuff in the chest here. And I forgot to be mending my things. Not great. Not bad, not great either. But yes, as you see there, I have 9, or rather 6 netherite upgrades, and then 2 scraps there, but we're going to be able to get 1 more scrap here. But you need 4 scraps to cook up with 4 gold, I think, into 1 netherite ingot. And that will be, you know, not terribly far in the future. So all we have to do is find 1 more scrap. And then we will have our first piece, and that will be very exciting indeed. And we'll just smelt this copper, really so that we can block it up and then forget about it. But you never know when you want a lot of a thing, and raw copper is, I think, useless, whereas, you know, once it's put into a form, it could be useful. I feel too daunted to continue on with any of this. No, not with any of it. We'll move our nice stuff into the vault. some of it. You know, we'll just, the circle share, that's actually quite important, I think. We'll move all of our weird end stuff there. We'll make a box for things from the nether. Not netherrack, but the other things from the nether. Yeah, little by little, you know, we'll make some progress. I don't think we'll have too much of this other junk to be moving up, because it's all sort of its own kind of thing. We'll put the redstone in there. We'll take it later. For a second, I thought those dripstone blocks were something exciting. They were not. But we'll just ride up to the house real quick, because that's, you know, that's the state of the infrastructure right now. It's not amazing, but we do have, you know, a railway that takes us from the middle of the village home. A decent canal system, which is mainly just for, you know, bringing treasures of the overworld back if they can't efficiently be brought in some other way. It's nice. We've got, you know, a vault with a door on it. It's all coming together. Do we have a valuables chest? I don't think we do. This is sort of like one. We'll have this one for random stuff from the end. And why wouldn't I put it in line with all of those? I don't know. This isn't a good system. I should make racks for them, like those nerds that make the woodland mansions have. Not the people that made them, the pillagers. I'm not going to keep the torches in there forever, but, you know, for right now, it's fine. It'll be okay. I think I need more obsidian to... Yeah, I don't think I have any obsidian to carry around anymore, so we'll just need to deal with that. I don't think I even have some stashed in a box. It wouldn't be up here, even if I did have it, though. Hi, Drifter. That's right, bundle management. Like, no, another bone block doesn't matter. I shouldn't have even done that. No more information would have been there. Alright, we'll do a little shroomlight here. So this will be like cool stuff from the nether, and then cool stuff from the end. Like stairs made of purple. Do I have the elytra yet? No, I have not been back since I said I was never going to go to the end again. I'm not definitely not going to go back, but I had a really unpleasant time the first time I went back, so it's not really a priority to me. There's parts of the game I don't like, and crouching and building pathways across a formless void is absolutely one of the things I don't like. What? No seeds? Oh my goodness. What is this absolutely ridiculous indignity? I hate so much about the way I choose to be. Like, I don't even know how it's possible to constantly take them out of here. I mean, I do. I'm an idiot, and I don't pay attention. Drifter, every time you suggest to me that I use cheats to get a thing, I feel as though you don't pay attention to the way I play. Because I don't do that. I turn on cheats to let my pets go after I die, not to give myself items. If I'm not going to go and get the elytra, I just won't ever get one. I don't need to force the game to give me something I'm not going to earn. Alright, I don't need anything else from in here, right? Right. We've got some stuff. What do I want to do now? I think, yeah, we'll go commit some archaeology. But first I need to see if we got some more obsidian in one of these chests. 'Cause if not, then I'm going to need to just find some ruined portal or make a lot of buckets and go into the nether and get a lot of lava buckets and then dump them out somewhere and then pour water on them. But I think it'd be faster to just find some lava and mine the obsidian there. Crying obsidian can't make portals. Alright, well, I think we don't have obsidian anymore. That's alright. Like, actually, a bunch of this stuff needs to stay in here and not be reorganized. Probably not the end stone, but, you know, we can leave it there anywhere. The blaze rods, I need blaze rods to be in one of the bundles so that I'll always have some. So I never know when I'm going to leave my ender chest behind somewhere or some fool thing like that. I just want to mend my shovel up before I go, and I think we can probably do it just off of breeding pigs. We probably don't have to hit any on the head. But, you know, do what you gotta do. And wonderful, our shovel is nearly good again. And we'll be ready to do anything that has to be done. Magnificent. We'll just put up our carrots. And yeah, go and see about committing some archaeology. Now, where best to commit some archaeology? Breads first. Let's get some breads. There we go. A nice amount of breads. It's not that I don't have any obsidian anywhere, but I guess I've been just steadily dropping it places. It could be in here, though. Nope. You know, the dragon egg, we should take that to our proper house. Make a little item frame or something for it. Eventually. But we shouldn't leave it here where we don't even live anymore. And we'll just go ahead and grab some stuff like the seeds and random things. You know, there's no reason to not at least make some progress on the chest, since we're going to be running up to the house anyway. To put the seeds in the chest, so that when I return, we won't have that debacle again, you know. Groot is an understanding boss, but he doesn't like having to wait. It's a characteristic that all mob bosses have. They want their money on time. And Garuda, though he is more charming and debonair than many of the leg-breaking mob bosses of the past, he still, you know, he still demands what is his. And he should, you know. He's a good boss. You can rely on Garuda. We'll just keep the dragon egg down there real quick. And, you know, in the box with the good stuff in it. Bones will go here. Random nether stuff. I mean, the roots, they really don't deserve any chest at all, but we'll put them there. There we go. Some nice seeds for Garuda. And we'll put them in like 4 different stacks here, and then when we go to take them out to give them to Garuda later, then we'll be able to not forget his seeds. So it looks like the sun is about to set, ish. Yeah, ish. So I'm thinking, what to do. That rotten flesh in the inventory, that's what to do. And it just makes me so pleased knowing that we're putting things in the wrong box. It makes me so pleased knowing that we're getting closer and closer to the inventory being sort of organized-ish. Alright. Archaeology time. So to do this, I think... Yeah, we can just go in the ocean in a direction. I don't think we've done so much archaeology that we'll be like running over our past sites. We can do it in the other direction of the canals and stuff because, you know, see a different part of the world. Maybe find some ruined nether portals and crack into them, and then we can, you know, make an ad hoc pathway back home. But I was thinking like we'll need to make a lantern. We'll be able to sort all of that out. I've got iron. you know, in the ender chest. So we'll be able to sort all of it out. But I know I've gone like this direction-ish, kind of, maybe, but because of the way my brain is, I certainly won't have seen everything that there was. And I might have turned, you know, that way rather than this way. Like, is that a geode? Are you kidding me? It is a geode. It's always been here. There you go, guys. So next to the nether portal that I've been to a million times, by a bunch of drowned that I have fought so many times, apparently there's a geode. And if I noticed that, I don't remember having noticed that. So that's pretty funny. That village we've definitely been to before and claimed the tribute from. That monument we've already cracked. If we see another monument, we're going to go in and crack it too. Crack being my gamer word for go in, kill the inhabitants, and steal their treasures. You know, cracking a monument, like a safe. Who cares how long the Guardians had been there? Literally not me. And there's that archaeology site over to the left there. We definitely have gone to that one, so let's go to the right. Here, in the direction of the moon, may we find our future fortune. Or not. But all we gotta do is look for sites. Hey, we got a monument. That's something to do. And shipwrecks abound. I wanted to commit some archaeology. You know, we're gonna commit some archaeology over there. But I wanted to commit some over here. I wanted to find Doug. I very, very desperately much want to find Doug. Is this a site? This is a site. We're gonna try to find Doug here first. Let's just lay down underwater real quick, a nice little peaceful nap. And then when we wake up, we'll be able to start the search for Doug. Gradually starting the search for Doug. Alright. Now we've got our brush. I was sure I was at an archaeology site. You know, maybe... Well, that's funny. I really thought it was that one. Is it right here? Okay, yeah, there we go. I'm like, I was certain that I had seen some of the telltale signs. Have I been to this one, though? No, I would have gotten that in. That's not suspicious. That's merely sand. And we need suspicious sand. Unfortunately, I don't think any of this sand is suspicious. The F3 will tell for sure, but it's got like this sort of distinctive mottled pattern, and I wasn't seeing any here. It can be hard to see, however, especially with the unaided eye. I am drowning. I'm drowning? That's terrible. But here we've got our bigger archaeology site here, so we should find a couple more opportunities for brushings. Unless I've already been here. Here's one. No, I'm wrong. My goodness, I should never be trusted to do any archaeologizing. Here is one. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a wheat or something. But Doug could be behind any one of these. Here's one. Okay, so because I was crouched, I couldn't open the thing. I was like, why is it making me brush the chest? This is not normal behavior, but it was, though. And we'll just commit a little bit of archaeology here. Looks like that might be just about all in this little microstructure, so we'll move on to the next one. Here we've got like a lot more signs of crafting, right? We've got like diorite on the pillar there. We've got all sorts of sea lanterns around. Speaking of, let's just go ahead and grab this sea lantern. They're barely using it for anything. This is suspicious. This is most suspicious indeed. And it's going to give us an iron axe. That's not very suspicious. I've already been to this one. It's this one right here that I have not been to. Here, this one's suspicious. We get a pottery shard. That's at least nice. You know, it's not useless like some of this loot has been. In here we've got wheat, and these two are just normal ones. More wheat, single emerald, luck of the sea 1. Worthless. It was a snort pottery shard, which makes me very sad, because a snort is a picture of a sniffer. And I miss Doug. We have not found him in this world. But he's out here somewhere, and I just know that if we show dedication and courage and conviction, then one day he'll return to us. I don't think we've been here. No, we haven't. We would have noted the weird stepwise structure. Doug? Doug? Doug! Yes, 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 yes! Alright, time to go home, guys. We found him. Ah, glorious day. Ah, truly what it's all about. We're gonna go home and make an enclosure and get Doug down in the water, and then we're gonna come back and crack this monument. That's committing archaeology too. Am I headed home? I think so, ish. Fortunately, in a world where your house is more or less kind of by spawn, and you have a very characteristic mountain at spawn, it's easier to find your way home. I prefer living close to spawn, although, as you know, I will live anywhere that is particularly beautiful or by a village that's the first one I find, whichever comes first. Actually, live by the second village I found in this world. The other one was on the other side of the mountain. But it feels good. It feels so good to find Doug again. And we're going to, We're going to build him a nice little open-air digging area in the meadow, just, you know, pretty close to the house. And then he'll get to hang out up there. It'd be great. It feels so good. You know, archaeology, it can be a little daunting because, you know, you have to squint and often you get wheat or coal or, you know, whatever. It can be underwhelming sometimes going around saying, hey, is that sand suspicious? Let me get a little closer look. And then you brush it vigorously and then you get nothing again. But this time, we've got a something indeed. The egg of Sniffer. And we'll run up, dig a little enclosure. Remember that we don't want to make a bunch of moss. He needs dirt and grass. Could have ridden a minecart, still can. So after all, what is the point of building a railway system? Well, joy. I guess I would say that joy is the point of doing it. But you can only feel that joy by riding the rail. Got a grass block. That's good because you need grass to seed into more grass around it in dirt. And if we dig a little hole, and we're going to, you know, it can get in the way. But I think, yeah, we can actually have a place for Doug here, and it'll be like in the middle of the railway system. And then, yeah, you know, we'll be able to see him from home. Doug will be able to be in this beautiful area, and we can build a little pen for the mooses somewhere, perhaps. Yep, here we go. Sort of too much space. Don't even know what I'm doing anymore. No, not my torches. I need my torches. Alright. And now the moment of importance. As we bring Doug into the world. Hey, Natasha, we found Doug! Look! I mean, he's not born yet. He's still in his egg. We're about to put it down, but I need to make it safer first. I need to make sure that it's got, you know, fences and walls, and the Doug can't be harmed as he is in his egg form. little bit wider would be good. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, even just that one wider makes it much better. Much better indeed. How's Sophia? Alright, do we want to make... Yeah, I guess a cobbles... No, a fence is better. A wall is so very, you know. A wall has connotations that a fence does not. If I need fencing, then I need wood. Oak, oak. Then we'll do a jungle fence gate, which will look slightly different. Natasha, I can't even recall what you mean. Oh man, what a bad day that was. I mean, it ended up being fine, but what a bad start to a day that was. Oh, I felt so bad. This is not enough fencing. This is not remotely enough fencing. A real fence will need to be made out of 2 different materials if this is trying to be the fence. Alright. Moment of despair. Not enough oak wood to complete this. Just almost enough. Let's cut down this tree. We don't need this tree for anything. Or at the very least, we'll cut down some of the tree until the top of the tree annoys me. And that's the same as cutting down a tree. And if it isn't, I don't care. Did I get the whole tree? There's got to be one piece on the internal. Nope, there doesn't have to be. I got it. Good deal. Alright, now we've got... a nice, safe environment for Doug to grow up in. So now all we've got to do is wait. And, you know, a nice hay bale to step in and out of is traditional for the enclosures. So we will continue that glorious tradition here today. Alright, now all we have to do is longingly look at the egg forever and never move from this stop until it cracks open and he's born. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to do something else. But, you know, we can be secure, I think, in the light coverage. That should be fine. That donkey is having a time. Alright, yeah, that should be good. Plenty of light for Doug to see his future by. Now I need to run down in here and put some torches up because, as you see, it's necessary. And that creeper could at any time come out and make me the saddest boy in the whole world. Look at this ridiculousness. They are all just waiting down there. I need to get my bow out. Where is my bow? Rain falls like an arrow upon the head of my enemies. But now all we gotta do is get a little bit of light here. It's like, sure, lighting up the entire eternity of darkness might be nice, but really, if you just do, like, a good bit right here by the gate, by the entrance to the cavern, well, then you're not going to have to worry about all the other ones peeking out their heads over time, but that's not going to dissuade me from finding, oh my goodness, so much iron. This would have been a great iron deposit early, and it's a nice iron deposit now. Of course, with fortune, you get a ton of iron, so now I have 32 irons. One can never have enough. One can only get closer to enough iron. This is clearly a space where you also could have fallen down in here, unbeknownst. It's a dangerous space. Doug's poor egg is getting rained on. Oh, poor Doug. I don't know if his egg minds. Doug likes the rain, but I don't know if his egg does. It should be okay. Poor old Doug's egg. We should have a fence there too, or a gate there too, rather. Well, not there. You know, a whole different place of there. Where did I put the door? Okay, here did I put the door. Magnificent. It's also staggered. See, that's actually good. You don't want the gate to be in the same area as the external gate, because then one battering ram, without being repositioned, would be able to break down both parts of the structure. Very bad. You wouldn't want that to happen. It's also bad that we have this overhang where enemies could just drop in, but you know, we'll work on it little by little. Kelp counts as flower related. So does wheat, I guess. Whatever. Oh, a minecart's too big. A minecart's a full stack of things. There's already a minecart in there. We'll put this minecart in here as well. It's so dark in the house. We need to light it up a little bit. All right, much better. We'll give Bella a pet. We'll let Bella roam around a little bit. Give Garuda his ritual wheat seed for the night, and just lay on down for it. Bella can lay her head upon us, and we'll just look around. Tell Bella to sit down, and continue on with the day. So, there are no hatchings yet. It's still hatch 0 level, but, you know, with hope. With hope and time, Doug will come back into the world. And the crime family will be one more step closer to completion. Or rather, to reassembly. But I know I said I was going to do that monument. I'm actually quite hungry, so I'm just going to take care of that right now. But I hate to leave while there's people here, but it'll be better in the long run if I eat. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this video now, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. I'm just gonna get something to eat, and then in not too much longer, I'll be back with more Minecraft. It'll be before the sun sets in real life, for me anyway, but maybe not for you. But you know, I've got cookies already made up, so I'll even have a nice dessert, and then be able to come back freshly invigorated and with plenty of energy, with the hunger bar totally full and not bouncing around at all. And then we'll be able to get back to it, and maybe get the mooshes home. I'll have to look up the coordinates of where we left them, and then we can see about getting them get back in here, and then we'll get it all together, hopefully. But anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.